it hurt?
Yep, it does.
Does it?
Very much so. Check out the sweat. And yoga is not for girls.
You are sweating.
I am sweating.
And I think, you know, any man should be able to come and do this. And they probably, you know, if you don't like it, that's fine. But give it a go because, yeah, I'm guaranteeing 9 times out of 10 they will like it.
What is the ratio of female to males in the classes that you conduct? Or just in general, which you've seen?
There is usually more women, but...
Which is a plus point for males, right? Like,
yeah. Single guys, man.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You can meet somebody.
Yeah. So we're not doing like the lotus pose where you're static in meditative state.
No,
you're doing like moving meditation like
yeah.
this, right? Okay,
yeah, well, the class that I teach is vinyasa, which basically means flow. So you flow in and out from postures. It's not really static at all. You're constantly moving.
Okay, the story which is complementing our interview is sort of like the unusual places we can do yoga. And I know in another interview we're interviewing this guy who can do yoga like in the weirdest places, like on the toilet seat, on a wooden plank, you know, weird places.
Oh really?
So where's the most unusual places which you've done yoga?
An airport, probably.
An airport?
Yeah,
Which
probably
is in the middle of
airport. At the waiting gate. I did it actually. I'd been on a really long haul flight and been, you know, stuck in cattle class, just
cattle class.
and I got out and I had like another 3 hours or something, and I mean I wasn't, you know, there inhaling and exhaling everywhere, but I hit the floor and started stretching, and people are walking past like I don't even care, my body hurts, and I did, I felt better. So that's probably the strangest place I've done it.
Okay, a lot of guys in Singapore, they always complain about not having enough stamina. Does yoga increase
Oh, sorry, I just didn't know which stamina you were
talking about. We're talking about like IPPD and stuff like that, you know, in national service. Yeah. Okay, anyway, yeah. So does the yoga you teach increase stamina?
Yes. It will. Yeah, it gets your heart rate.
How about the other stamina? No, I'm just joking.
I don't know about that one. I would have no idea. Yeah. But no, this definitely helps. Helps with stamina, helps with endurance.
Because your class is about an hour, right?
Yes.
So what happens within that class?
So we usually warm up for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then we go through a routine called Surya Namaskar, which is sun salutations, which most vinyasa classes, actually all vinyasa classes will start that way. And a lot of other classes start that way too. But everything will start with that, which is a 12-step routine, which really gets your body warm and it, you know, loosens up your muscles. And then we start with some standing postures, and we slowly work our way onto the mat, and then we end with a total final relaxation.
Okay, is the class you teach for novices or?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So can I join, like just walk just from the street going, I want to join?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not going to suffer, right?
No, you're not going to suffer. And the thing is that even really challenging postures, they can always be modified for people who maybe aren't as strong yet or aren't as flexible.
How long are you going to be teaching for the rest of your life?
That's an interesting question because I've only really just started, but I do really enjoy it, and the reason why I wanted to do it is because I wanted to share my knowledge with other people, and I mean, I've personally had so many countless benefits that I wanted to bring that to other people. So I guess, who knows in what capacity, I think I'll always be teaching, even if it's like my kids or, you know, neighbors. I think I'll always be doing it. Yeah.
Okay, how long will you be teaching at True Yoga?
I'll be here for 6 months.
Okay.
And then I think we'll see what happens after that. So, because I've only just started, but I'm really, really enjoying it.
What is the most challenging yoga position you know? I'm not going to ask you to do it right now, but, you know, like, maybe you can take me through, like, the more advanced moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's one that's called tripod, which there's 3 parts of your body on the floor, obviously, which is your head and your 2 hands.
Yeah. Crown of your head, like the soft part of your head on the floor. So you don't want to be like this, and you don't want it to be the forehead. So the crown of your head. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Now, should I have done this as well? Push up. Walk the knees onto the hands. Bring the feet. Cannot laugh.
Let me try one time. Yeah.
That's one. Crow, which is actually, it took me a while to get you. Now I pick up very strong on that. Crow, just your hands on the floor and your knees come up halfway up your arms and you balance that way. Your hands forward here, so squat down. And the way I measure it is bring your thumb to your pinky and then open up the hands. Okay, come onto your toes. Now don't lock your elbows, keep them bent here. Now shift your weight forward so you're barely touching the floor. Bring your knees to where your triceps are and then look forward and bring the feet up off the floor. Good. Good. Yeah.
Sweet. Great.
I mean, there's lots of, there's things where your foot's behind your head. If I have a book that's by Iyengar, BKS Iyengar, who really brought yoga to the US. And I mean, he's amazing. And some of the stuff he does are just like, what? Like, there's no way I could do that. I mean, that's hardcore. So, I mean, there's things that, I can't do. I mean, I'll be honest, like if a student comes in with it's like, do this. It's like, well, I'm not going to sit here and say, I can do every yoga pose.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still learning as well. Even after 11 years, I'm still learning.
And like some masters are still learning, right?
Of course. Some of the most amazing instructors or masters I've learned from are still trying to get a pose or a posture. So, I'm still learning as well. There's definitely things that I've worked on and I've achieved, which, when you finally get it, you're like, there is a sense of accomplishment. So I'm still learning and I'm still working on it every day as well.
Can I ask you, your philosophy of what yoga is? Because you talk about, the spiritual aspect, you talk about, principles, but just to you, to Jaymee Ong, what do you think yoga is to you?
Well, it's probably all those principles as well. That's why I have such a passion for it. For me, it's just bringing balance to my life. It's, stopping the craziness that is the day-to-day and physically just reaping the benefits. I'm stronger, I'm leaner, I don't get aches and pains, I sleep well at night. All of those things. So physically and emotionally, it's just all of those things coming together and that's what I love about it.
Okay, finally, last question. I just want to know, your future projects. Are we going to see you acting again? Are we going to, what's next for you?
There's a few things that are coming up in the second half of the year, which...
you can't talk about right now?
No. There's one very exciting thing that's in negotiations right now. So I think, the first half of this year has been a little quiet thanks to the... economy and everybody freaking out, but the second half of the year is definitely looking really good.
Okay, sweet. Thanks a lot for joining me, Jaymee.
Thank you so much, Bryan.
Watching myself do those yoga positions, yoga moves is making my muscles hurt. Yeah, that one, the crow position, I was very surprised I did it. You can see my face, you watch it back, I'm like, I'm doing it! I'm actually doing it! I was so surprised, I was really happy, but I was struggling. You can look at my face. That stuff is hard. It's hard. No matter how strong you are, it's going to hurt.
We might get Bryan to do it later when we have time.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we could go for a break right now so I can do my stretches.
Yes, me too.